I am here live in Clarkston, where over 100 people have lined up here on Bridge Street holding signs of support for the Black Lives Matter demonstration. I spoke with the organizer, Madison Wynn, and she says she hopes to get her message out there loud and clear. I'm here on Truxton Avenue with dozens of marchers, men, women, and children. Boxing leaders say this is more than just an exercise. It's a place to get together, blow off some steam, and gain some confidence. Career firefighters say there has been a shift of consciousness since the research was published, and now fire departments throughout the nation and here at home are making positive strides to make sure the firefighters are safe and healthy. Right behind me, this is where first responders rushed a baby to the hospital. Now, this is what we know so far. Good evening, and thank you for joining us. I'm Suzette Reynoso. Tropical storm Harvey has weakened, but parts of Texas are bracing for a catastrophic flooding. The storm made landfall last night, and state officials say the threat is far from over. Well, cleanup efforts are underway right now after the storm ripped through Kern County. Eyewitness News is your back to school headquarters, and the first day back to school is around the corner, and many parents have a checklist of the things they must do before the first day. One of them is making sure their child has all of their vaccines. Tonight, that Lewiston woman wants you to see it so you don't fall for it. Now, here is the letter. It's 2 pages and includes what looks like a check. At first glance, one might think it's the real deal for $1.3 million.
It's me right there, very young, very skinny.
This snapshot near the battlefield in the Middle East is a glimpse of Stephanie Hart's past life.
I was in the first wave of troops that went into Afghanistan.
Stephanie Hart was born a biological male, but now identifies as a transgender woman. She is an Army veteran who served 8 years in the military and started her transition in 2005.
It wasn't accepted by the military at that time, so I was kind of having to hide it and transition at the same time, which was kind of difficult.
Hart lived 2 lives. By day, she proudly wore her uniform as a man, but by night, she transformed to the person she felt she was born to be. But she lived in fear.
There was still the don't ask, don't tell, so I never could confirm that at all. Because if I would have said, this is who I am, I would have been gone.
Hart was honorably discharged from the military after being wounded in an attack.
The insurgents, they shot 5 rockets from back of a pickup off Iraq that landed directly on us. I received wounds to my legs, my hands. I had a TBI.
Hart says she is worried about the recent ban targeting transgender people in the military because she depends on the VA clinic for hormone treatment and other medical services. Dick Taylor, the director of the Kern County Veterans Service Department, says as of right now, this ban will not affect their services.
We will be happy to assist every veteran out there because they all raised their right hand and they all took an oath to serve their country. And we stand ready to assist every veteran that walks in our door.
Hart, who is a Purple Heart recipient, says our military is stronger because of its diversity.
Trans people are Americans too. We have a right to fight. We have a right to lay down our lives for our country just like anyone else.
In Bakersfield, Suzette Reynoso, Eyewitness News.
We are immigrants!
We are immigrants!
Mighty, mighty immigrants!
This morning, dozens of protesters rallied in several locations throughout Kern County.
Si se puede. Si se puede.
First, at the United Farm Workers headquarters.
Their dreams have now been put on hold.
Then, at Congressman Kevin McCarthy's district office. And finally, at Representative David Valadeo's local office.
We're fired up! Can't take it no more! We're fired up! Can't take it no more!
Their message to urge their elected officials to protect DACA recipients from deportation by voting on a measure that will create a pathway to citizenship.
We want Congress to do its job and pass the DREAM Act or pass some type of immigration reform where these dreamers are safe.
Don't let this create hatred in your hearts.
Among the protesters was Ivan. He just graduated from UC Berkeley, where he earned a full-ride scholarship to run track. He is also a dreamer.
I was born in Mexico City.
Ivan was 5 years old when he came to this country and found out he was undocumented when he was a junior in high school. That's when he turned to track.
The reason I love track is because no one really cared about my legal status. All they cared about, if I ran fast or not.
In a way, he was running from his fears, but he later found a bigger purpose.
I plan to get my master's in social work and come back here and be a school social worker for Kern High School, help out students like myself, help them, realize their dreams.
Ivan is just one of nearly 800,000 DACA recipients whose future is in limbo. But Ivan says he is not giving up hope.
I believe that there's good things to come. Yes, this is the end, but there's new beginnings, and I know it's going to be a better beginning for something better.